Good morning, I'm Bee, and this is my YouTube channel, The Fuzzy Knitting Bee. August 11th today, and I got to thinking earlier that I have really only completed one of the projects that I had on my spring and summer knitting plans. I have a bunch of them on the needles, and I have a bunch of them very close to being finished. So I thought, why not start working on some of those projects as well as some of the other projects that I already have on the needles that wasn't necessarily on that list. So this video, I will be working on completing the poppy tee. I am about to do the bind off on the bottom, and then I will be starting on the collar. So I think I'm going to do that today. I'm also going to be working on my mom's socks. I really want to get those done before fall time, so she can be able to enjoy them this fall. And then I think I'm also going to work on her Sophie shawl some. We got to talking about it when we were at Southern Comforts. She picked up some yarn from the booth that we got her yarn for the Sophie shawl at, and was like, I really like this. And I was like, of course you do. You picked it out last year for your Sophie shawl. She had totally forgotten, so I felt really bad. And I was like, you know what? I got to finish that Sophie shawl so she can enjoy it. And I think that's all I'm going to work on this week. And I'm also going to do some spinning because while we were at the Southern Comforts fiber market, I also had to stop myself from buying more fiber because I don't have anywhere else to store any. So I kind of want to work through some of the fibers I have and spin some of those, but I already have something on the wheel. So I'm going to finish that. I might start something new. I haven't decided. I also have told myself I can cast on another project from my spring and summer knitting plans list that I haven't yet, if I can finish my mom's socks as well as the poppy tee. So another motivation to finish these projects. So grab a nice cozy drink, grab that project that you are currently working on, get somewhere absolutely comfortable, and let's get started. Okay, so I just made some pumpkin bread and we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. I wasn't paying full attention when I was grabbing the flour, and I grabbed the self-rising flour over the all-purpose flour. So the bread might grow like crazy, but it should still taste good. And if y'all have watched any of my other videos where I bake or cook in, I've always had some type of chaos happen with my baking or cooking. But the point is, if it tastes good, it doesn't matter how it looks. So right now, while that is baking, I have a nice cup of coffee. I'm going to finish binding off on the bottom of the poppy tea, and I actually have a video to work on. So let's do that now. Also, another nice thing about baking this bread right now is it smells like fall, and it just kind of puts me in those like cozy vibes. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah. Okay, so I've checked this bread a few times. I think it should be about done. But I will say this, the crumble that was on top has now been absorbed into the bread. So it should still be good, taste wise, but that is gone. So it's not gonna look very pretty, which is fine because it really only matters if it tastes good. So it should be about done. I think it's about done, but it smells really, really good. I hope it's tastes as good as it smells because it smells really good. But as I said before, as long as the food tastes good, it doesn't matter what it looks like. I will say I probably will make this recipe again if it tastes really good, because it wasn't that difficult of a recipe. I found it on TikTok. I like trying little random TikTok recipes that I find, because sometimes they can be really, really good. Sometimes it's usually like kind of like, it's alright, I would make this again, but it's alright. But I have found some good ones that way, so we'll have to wait and see with this one. But it should be about done. Okay, so update on the pumpkin bread. I did try a little bit of it because some of it stuck to the bottom of the pan. I don't know if I got enough spray there, or maybe it was just slightly underbaked in that little section. But it tastes really, really good. It's also a very moist bread, so I think that might also have made it stick just a little bit. But it tastes really good. It doesn't matter how it looks, even though it does kind of look, it looks nice. Not exactly what it's meant to look like, but it still looks nice, and it's still very delicious, and it tastes like fall. So I might make this recipe again, of course, with the correct flour, later this fall. But yeah, I like it. It's really good. I can't wait to have more. Okay, so I haven't really filmed a whole lot today, or really have knitted a whole lot today. I am working on the collar of the poppy tee now, which shouldn't take too long, and we're also going to the knitting group tonight, so I did bring along my mom's socks as well as the book 52 Weeks of Socks, so I can work on that. But right now I'm working on the collar, so let's get back to that. Also, I didn't really film a whole lot after I made the bread yesterday. I finished the bottom of the poppy tee, and pretty much that's all I did yesterday. So now I'm working on the collar, and it should be done today. So I can't wait to block it so I can wear it. Somebody walked by the car while I was filming, and I felt really awkward. I'm sorry for cutting that off. But I can't wait to wear it. I think it's going to be a really cute outfit. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. Okay, so last night I got home and I had forgotten my camera in the car, so I didn't film really anything yesterday, and I feel horrible about that. But today I have blocked the poppy tee already. I did finish it yesterday. So I've blocked the poppy tea, and I've been working on my mom's sock. I have also been spinning. I have just this much left to spin. I should be able to easily finish up this project this week. So I've been spinning a little bit. I might go knit for a little bit now, work on my mom's sock some more. I definitely want to get the sock done this week, and I think I could easily do that. I'm on the foot now, so I think that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so here is the poppy tee finished and blocked. I'm actually wearing it today. I think it's really cute. I really like this pattern. I'll probably knit it again, and when I do, I might knit it just slightly longer, but only slightly, so I can wear it with like jeans and stuff like that. But with skirts, it is like the perfect length. I'm in love with this top. This is so cute.
Penso na história que guardo na memória. São muitos céus azuis, muito blues. Penso na distância que andei quando criança pra poder ir trabalhar. Eu já sei remar contra a maré, mas não venha me pedir pra andar de ré, pois é. Eu cresci no gueto, eu cresci com preto. Não é você que vai fazer eu me enganar. Correr contra o vento era o meu passatempo, e o sol que batia ardia. Nem tudo era dureza, tinha natureza e o mar pra mergulhar. Eu já sei remar contra a maré, mas não venha me pedir pra andar de ré, pois é. Já sou gato escaldado nessa trilha ando descalço. Não é você que vai fazer eu tropeçar ou duvidar.
Okay, so it's been a few days since I have stopped to talk about what I am working on. I am working on the Craspedia socks by Andrea Mowry from 52 Weeks of Socks. I am actually on the heel turn. I have been working on this technically 2 or 3 days. I had to undo like a day's work Sunday, so that day just doesn't count. It really was a waste. And I'm probably going to get a lot done tonight because tonight was also knitting group, and on the way home, I got some 7 Brew. And 7 Brew, I don't know. I don't know what it is about their coffee. It is a dark roast, so I don't think it's necessarily the caffeine. Caffeine usually doesn't affect me this way, and a lot of times it makes me sleepy. So I'm starting to think maybe it's more so the sugar that they put in their coffees, because this one is kind of sweet. So I'm starting to think that it's probably that. But I am going to be up for a while tonight, so I should get a lot of good work done on here. I might get a good ways through the leg. Who knows? I am still on the heel turn. I am like halfway through, I think. So I'm getting close to being done with that. Then I will just finish the heel and get onto the leg. So we'll see what I can get done. Also, can we talk about how pretty this pattern is? Like, I really like the baubles and this little cable stitch right here. I just think that is so pretty. I had somebody from my group also talk about knitting this sock and that the baubles kind of feel weird with shoes. So I've kind of knitted the baubles a little loose so you can still see them, but they're not as intense. I have like 1 or 2 that might be a little bit more intense than the others. They're kind of, so this one right here compared to something like this one, like that's a really soft bauble. I really like that word. So, I'm just kind of knitting those that way so they're not as uncomfortable with shoes. I don't plan to wear these a whole lot with closed shoes, so I want them to kind of be visible. So I'm not too worried about that, but I still knitted them just a little bit softer where they're visible but not uncomfortable. So I think these should be fine. I have like 1 or 2 that are a little more intense than the others, but a little bit tighter. But I think they'll be fine. So it's really cute. I really, really like this pattern so far. And I really like toe-up socks. I've only knit one before, and it was one. And I didn't knit the second one. I really had no reason. It's just kind of, I don't know. It also had an afterthought heel, and I don't have any problems with those. It's just they're not my favorite heel. So yeah, I never ended up going back to that sock. But this one, I'm really enjoying. I really, really like the sock, and I'm enjoying the toe-up process. So I might have to try another toe-up sock. I might have been judging it wrong all this time. I might be a toe-up sock person. Who knows? Even though I still enjoy knitting a cuff-down sock. So I might just enjoy knitting both types, toe-up and cuff-down, which is nice because that really doesn't limit me to any patterns. And if any of y'all have seen my book in the background and you're like, what happened to it? So where I had it sitting had a leak, and I did not know until this happened. So I had volume 1 and volume 2, and they both look like this. But they are still usable, so I can still read the patterns. And I was joking about that tonight, actually, because I mentioned it. I was like, my book's a little messed up. So if you're wondering, a leak happened. It messed with this one and volume 2. Volume 2 is lesser damaged, but it's still very obvious that it has had water damage. So yeah, I was able to kind of dry them to where it's not as bad, but yeah, they might not be as pretty as they once were. Still really, really good books. I like the 52 Weeks of Socks books. I want to try some of the other ones, like the 52 Weeks of Shawls. I really want to try that one. So I might have to get that one next. So it's kind of stormy today, so I thought I would take some time to have some cozy knitting time. So I have a wonderful pot of tea that I've made. And then I also haven't shown y'all yet. I did finish the first sock. I will show y'all better in a second, but I have started on the second one. And I've had a lot of people ask recently about the Salty Day sweater, so I am going to move this back onto the needles and try to figure out where I've messed up, because I think I'm off by 2 stitches. I think that's all it was. I'm going to double check. I am on the section that causes the most problems, but I'm not on that round yet. So yeah, I'm going to try to figure that one out today as well. But I have finished the first sock. I tried it on last night. It's really, really cute. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Hold on a second. Okay, so here is the side view of the sock. But I think it's so cute. I love the little bobbles. I knitted them loose so they would be comfortable when I wear them with maybe a tighter shoe, but I absolutely love these socks. I think they are so cute. So I am working on the second one right now, which I have dropped. But I just started on the foot. I finished the toe. So I started these last night. So I should get some more work done on them today, but I do really want to get over to the Salty Day sweater and work on that for a little bit. So I think that's what I'm going to do now. Oh, also, for those wondering, I am drinking Lady Grey. I also have a little bit of honey in my tea. I don't like a lot with the Lady Grey because I don't think it really needs it, but I do like to add just the tiniest bit. But Lady Grey has probably been my favorite recently, so that's what I am enjoying today. Okay, so I figured out what I did wrong. I had actually decreased without knowing it. So I'm going to work back around and see if that fixes my little problem that I had. And I guess we're getting started back on the Salty Day sweater. I'm excited. I really like this pattern, and I was really excited to finish it, but it was so late at night when I had discovered that there was something off somewhere, and I didn't even feel like dealing with it, but I still wanted to knit at that second. So I ended up switching the needles over to the Daydreamer cardigan, which I am still working on. But that one's just kind of a long-term project right now, because I have a lot of other ones that I really, really want to work on. And I have actually finished one of those, which was my mom's sock. So maybe after I finish the body on this, I can get started back on that. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm going to get started back on the Salty Day sweater. Okay, so I found the problem and I got through that one section. So now I'm on to the next. I forgot how fast this sweater was working up, because I really feel like that took me no time to do. So we'll see how much I can get done today. It is like 2 already, so yeah, we'll still see how much I can get done today. Okay, so I think that's it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. Real quick, let's go over the projects that I worked on in this video. I have 2 that I finished, 1 that I started and got halfway through, 1 that I was able to fix and continue working on, and 1 that I don't know if I actually worked on here on camera, but I did work on it and I do want to talk about it. Okay, so starting with the absolutely lovely poppy tee, I finished this one towards the beginning of the video. I was originally going to wear this to the Southern Comfort's Fibre Market, but I didn't get it finished in time. So I did kind of slow down on it, but I did finish it in this video, and it's probably one of my favorite things right now. I've worn it multiple times since finishing this project, and I absolutely adore this yarn. It's really drapey, it's really comfortable. This was Knitting Notions, I think it was the Classic Super Wash Merino. I'll have the information up here, but I really liked this project. I really like the construction of it. It's a simple looking top, but it's got enough like details that it just makes it really pretty, like around the edge before you do the ribbing. I love how that looks. I think it's so pretty. I love the shoulder construction too. I think that is just such a cool touch. One of my favorites, I have worn it multiple times. I absolutely adore this top. Okay, so the next one that I finished was the socks that I was knitting for my mom from 52 Weeks of Socks. I'm not going to say the name because I am going to mispronounce it. But I absolutely loved this pattern. I took forever to knit them because I did end up messing up on the second one the first time I knitted it, and I just didn't feel like undoing the work. So I did take a year to knit these, and I'm really sorry to my mother, but I did finish them and they are absolutely beautiful. I love these socks. I love this yarn. This is some yarn from String Theory Colorworks, and they have some really cool sock yarn. I have knit another pair that was just a basic vanilla sock, but they are some of my favorite socks, and I really, really enjoy this yarn. Okay, so the next one is actually one that I kind of half finished. I finished the first sock. This is the Craspedia sock by Andrea Mowry. I knitted it using the Tosh sock yarn, and I really enjoyed it. I absolutely love this pattern. It surprisingly worked up really fast. I love the little bobbles that it has. I love this kind of like what's it called? Like the honeycomb type stitch. I absolutely love how that looks. I think these are so pretty. I have started on the second one, and I have been working on that one a lot today. Maybe maybe not as much as I wanted to, but I did still get a little bit done today. I really like these socks, and I can't wait to be done with this one so I can wear them. And I think I'll have them just in time for fall time, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this pattern. I think it's a great one. It's one of my first toe-up socks. I knitted only like one sock a long time ago. I never finished the second one. I don't even think I got started on the second one. So I actually really liked this construction. I usually am cuffed down, but I think I really enjoy both. So yeah. Okay, so the next one, I don't know if I have any clips of me actually working on it, but that is the Dahlia drawstring bag that I'm making for my mom. I did get a few more rows done, and I'm really close to actually switching the color because I'm going to kind of do what I did with mine and change to a solid color at the bottom. And for hers, we chose this really pretty green, and it goes perfect with the yarn because it also has that green in it. So I'm getting really close to that. I really like this pattern. I have kind of made mine a little bit larger than what the pattern originally calls for. I think I added 20 extra stitches to what it calls for. But I think the next time I make it, I might make the smaller version. I think it would be really perfect for socks. But it is a really fun, kind of simple pattern, but is probably one of my favorites. Okay, last but not least is the lovely Salty Days sweater. I have gotten a lot of work done on this one in the past few days, and I was able to figure out what I did wrong, and it was just really simple. I had decreased where I shouldn't have decreased, and I didn't even realize I did it. So I was able to go back just a little bit and be able to fix that. Really easy fix. And I got through the section that has been known to cause problems. And I will say, because I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this, the note that was added for the pattern really, really helps with that section. I can see where the pattern would be a little bit confusing. And the note really, really did help. So I'm very happy about that. And if you are thinking about knitting this pattern, and you were nervous about that section, don't be. It really, really is easy. And I have gotten to just about the end of the next section. So yeah, I'm getting close to the end of the body and I'm really excited. So within the next few days, I should be able to finish the body a little bit and then start on the arms. So I'm really excited about that. You probably will see this in the next video because I'm probably going to be doing something similar with finishing up some of my projects because I still have a lot on the needles right now. And I really need to get some of these done before I can start other projects. And I've gotten some yarn recently that I'm really, really wanting to work with. So yeah, I need to finish up some projects. And this is one that I really want to finish up because I want to wear it this fall. So I am probably going to work on this some more in the next one. So definitely come back for that. But yeah. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy, and if you did, definitely give this video a like, and also subscribe to join our lovely little knitting group here on the internet. I really enjoyed this video. It's been little moments from the past 2 weeks of working on some projects that I've really been wanting to work on, some that I've really been meaning to finish, and I'm glad that I did because they are absolutely beautiful. Some that I didn't actually originally plan to start in this video, but I did, and I'm really glad I did because they were really fun. One that I really wanted to figure out what went wrong and continue to work on it, and I actually was able to figure it out and continue working on it. And I really enjoyed the little moments that I was able to share with y'all. Also, comment down below what y'all are currently working on, projects that you have finished recently. I always love to hear. Y'all work on such cool patterns, some that I've been curious about, some that I've been unaware that they exist, and I'm so glad that I'm able to hear about them because I've been able to add a lot of patterns to future knitting plans because of y'all's comments, and I always enjoy hearing. So definitely comment down below what y'all are currently working on. It is one of my favorite parts of YouTube. I will see y'all next week. Good night.